So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why running ads using Facebook ads interest targeting is pretty much dead these days. And I'm going to show you a new, easier, and far better way to target your ideal clients using Facebook ads. So in the past, if you've ever watched any videos on running Facebook ads, whether that's a YouTube video or an online course or anything like that, you've probably seen that in order to target your ideal clients, you need to select specific interests. And there's even tools that you can download and get in order to target people by more specific interests that don't even show up inside of the Facebook Ads Manager. And if you do it this way, it kind of makes sense, because if you want to target, let's say, business owners, you would go to Facebook ads and literally type in business owners into the interest targeting section. And then you can see all kinds of different interests related to business owners, such as small business owners, or you can even target Facebook business page admins and all kinds of different things related to businesses or business owners. Or if you're, let's say, a financial advisor, you could target people interested in finance or the stock market. Or if you're a web design company, you could maybe target people that have just started a new business. But here's the interesting thing with Facebook. I've noticed that over the last few years, they've been encouraging people like me and you to start going broader with the targeting. And they've done this in many different ways. They've done this when it comes to introducing special ad categories. And just recently, they've introduced a new special ad category where if you're in financial services, you now have to be very broad with your targeting. And I have another video that dives deeper into a little bit more about what's happening there with that change. And then there's also lots of other smaller changes that they've introduced, such as when it comes to your target audience. In the past, they would give you a little checkbox which you could click on, and that would allow you to expand your audience outside of the interests that you've selected in Facebook ads. And then what they did is they now made that checkbox pretty much mandatory, or at least it's the default option when you run a Facebook ad. So now, even if you select an interest, Facebook is still going to go broader than the interest you selected. So as you can see, Facebook for a long time now has been trying to encourage you to go as broad as possible when you run Facebook ads. So the question is it worth it? Is it actually a better idea to go broad with your targeting and target a wide range of people and expand the interest targeting that you've already got on Facebook? Because at the end of the day, you probably don't want the wrong kind of people seeing your Facebook ads. Otherwise, you're just not going to get any results, right? So it is important that you target the right people, but is Facebook right in saying that you should go broad with your targeting? Will you still be able to target the right people if you do that? That's really the question that you need to ask here, because if you can, then great. But if you can't, then it's not really worth using Facebook ads and going broader when it comes to targeting different people. So in the past, when I would test targeting broader ad sets versus more specific ad sets, I would always get better results with the more specific ad sets. However, in the last 12 months, I've noticed a big shift in the way Facebook ads is working. And this shift is mainly to do with the Facebook algorithm. And in other words, I've just noticed that the Facebook algorithm has been doing a better job of targeting and finding the right people when you go broad. And the reason I know this is because whenever I run Facebook ads for clients, I typically have multiple ad sets that I'll test. So I'll test a few ad sets with a specific interest that I'll test, and then I'll usually have one interest that is broad. And this ad set is called the algorithm ad set. And in other words, this is where I go as broad as possible in order to let Facebook's algorithm find the right people. And what I've noticed is when I've tested these different ad sets, the one that usually gets the best results, the lowest cost per lead and the most leads, is usually the broadest audience, which is the algorithm ad set that I just mentioned. And I've noticed this trend happening more and more lately. So the question is, if Facebook is now doing a much better job of targeting people with the algorithm, does this mean that your ads are now just easier than ever before to run because you don't need to select any interest, you don't need to do research on any interest to target? Does this mean that running Facebook ads is now so much easier? Well, yes and no. Yes, in the fact that it is easier when it comes to targeting different audiences and interests, because most likely you can go broad with your ad sets and you'll probably get better results. Now, I still recommend testing different ad sets just to be 100% sure. But if you're not already testing an algorithm-based audience or an algorithm ad set, then I'd highly recommend that you do that. And in other words, I highly recommend just you test going broad with one of your ad sets on Facebook to see if that gets better results than the ones that you're already doing, the other ad sets you're already testing. And you might be pleasantly surprised that if you've tested this in the past and it hasn't worked well, and if you test it now, you might be pleasantly surprised to see you actually do get better results. But here's the bad news, or the challenging side of running Facebook ads. If Facebook is now getting you better results or more leads because of that algorithm, because of Facebook just finding the right people for your ad, now it's more important than ever before that you target the right people inside of your ad copy. So this is what you say in the ad. This could be in the ad text if you have a creative where it's an ad video, or in the headline of the ad, or even on the landing page. It's so important that you filter the wrong people out and really drill down on the right kind of people. Because what will happen is with your ads, if you target the right people in your ad copy, the ones that see the ad and this is not relevant for, they will skip the ad, they won't click on it, they'll ignore it. But the ones it is relevant for, they will stop and look at the ad, then they will click on the ad, and then they'll also convert on the ad as well. And then what this does is it sends positive signals back to Facebook saying that this kind of person, this person that converted and this person that didn't convert, so the algorithm can show your ad to more of the right kind of people, the right kind of people that do actually convert. So here's a quick example of a Facebook ad that you'll see here, where inside of the ad, they've actually said that this is for people that have more than $500,000. So you can see here that right in the ad copy, it's filtering out people that don't have that amount so that they ignore it, or they think that this is not relevant for them. And it's trying to attract those that match that criteria. This is just one simple way that you can do this. And you can also do this in different ways. You can actually specifically say who this is for. So at the beginning of the ad text, or if it's an ad video, you can actually say this is for business owners. So you could say if you are a business owner, and let's just say you're targeting business owners that earn more than $20,000 a month. You could say if you are a business owner that earns more than $20,000 a month, then, and you carry on with the rest of your ad. So that's just another way that you could filter people out. So it's very important now more than ever that you really call out the kind of people that you want to target inside of your Facebook ads, because what's going to happen is if you do that, you'll be able to attract the right kind of people. And it's not just your Facebook ad, but it's also inside of your landing page and your whole sales funnel as well. Because let's just say you've already recorded the ads are converting really well, you're getting a lot of leads, but there's a few of those leads that are not a good fit. Rather than you having to record the whole ad again, you could actually just make some tweaks on your landing page, and you could ask maybe some questions in the form to make sure it's the right kind of people. So as you can see, this is why it's so important to create good ad copy. It's more important now than ever before. And this is because the better your ads are, the more conversions that you'll get, and the better the algorithm will be able to show your ads to the right people. So what I want you to do is have a look at your Facebook ads and see if you do the following things. See if number one, do you call out specifically who this is for? Number two, do you talk about a real specific painful problem that these people have and a possible solution to this problem? Number three, are you using curiosity to get people interested in learning more? Because a lot of the time we found that if you just tell people the solution inside of the Facebook ad, it doesn't always convert that well because they already think they know what it's about. But if you create curiosity where they have to actually tap learn more, they have to enter their name and email in order to get more information, to watch a video, or whatever that next step is in your sales process, you're probably going to get more conversions, because curiosity is one of the most powerful things you can do in order to get people to take action. And finally, are you using a Facebook ad which takes people to a lead magnet where they can learn more information? So you don't want to just send people to a landing page where they can, let's say, for example, just schedule a call. Because the problem with doing that is that everyone can go to that landing page and you're not really filtering anyone out. So Facebook doesn't know who is or who is not a good fit. Whereas if you send people to a landing page, which is an opt-in page, a page where people enter their name and email in order to access some information. And in our case, what we do for our clients is we use a video sales letter. That's what we use as a lead magnet. So if you say to people, if you enter your name and email, we'll send you this video, what happens is you'll be able to filter those that are not interested, and you'll be able to just focus on getting conversions with people that are really interested in learning more about this solution, because they're so interested. In fact, they've actually given you their contact information in order to watch that video. So this will filter out a lot of the bad leads or a lot of people that are just not a good fit. And then when they watch that video, if they like what they hear in the video, then they can schedule a call and learn more about working with you. And by doing it this way, not only do you get more leads, but on top of that, you also get better quality leads as well, because if they go through all these different hoops in order to speak to you, it just means that they're going to be more interested versus someone that doesn't go through any hoops. They just click on an ad, then they click on another button to schedule a call, and then they schedule a call in your calendar. If they do that, sure, Sure, you'll be able to get some calls, but a lot of the time they're not really going to even remember booking that call. They're not really going to be convinced that working with you is the right thing. And sometimes the show up rate is also really low when you do it this way. So if you need help with creating this video sales letter and the whole strategy I've just gone through, be sure to click the link in the description of this video, because I've recorded a free masterclass training which goes through step by step how you can create that sales funnel, how you can create the video sales letter, and how you can do everything else in order to promote it and get more leads, appointments, and clients in a way that is automated, predictable, scalable, and profitable for you and your business. So just click the link in the description of this video if you'd like to check it out, and I'll see you on the other side.